You guys ever wonder what the next mega Pokemon are gonna look like? Well, I have, and today we'll be looking at a bunch of amazing Pokemon designs thanks to the artist SubArashi. Their links will be in the pinned comments down below. And on top of that, we'll look at how each of these Pokemon could stack up competitively. Starting with the king of all megas, Mega Mewtwo Z, the psychic and dragon type Pokemon. Now with Legends Z to A coming out, I'd be really surprised if Game Freak didn't give us a new Mega Z variant like Charizard Z or even Mewtwo Z. So before that happens, here's a nice take on it. This Mega Pokemon's got a hexagon shape at its center, but now it also has a more dragonic design. And honestly looks way more powerful. Almost like a mix of X and Y, but also its own entity entirely. It's said that upon Mega Evolving, Mewtwo Z endures searing pain as dragonic energy courses through its veins, warping its form into something both majestic and terrifying. The overwhelming psychic power now merges with raw primal energy, causing Mewtwo to struggle with this dual identity, often causing it excruciating agony during battles. It does also get a drop in defense while its other stats get boosted in this form, but that's pretty much balanced out with this Mega Pokemon's ability, Marvel Scale, to add a bit more of a defensive layer right back to it. But this isn't even our only Z Pokemon in today's video we have for you. Next up is Mega Venusaur Z, the grass and fire type Pokemon. Now standing strongly on two legs, its flower ablaze with intense fire that contrasts with its withering leaves. And on top of its head is a crown in a similar design to its flower that suggests that this form is its royal design. Now, upon Mega Evolving, Venusaur Z feels its floral elements ignite into a blazing inferno, a painful yet powerful transformation. As it struggles with the fire consuming its main flower, it gains the ability to control flames, using them as both a weapon and a warning to enemies. For this Pokemon, the ability Flash Fire seems to fit it the best, now having the ability to catch your opponent off guard and completely absorb fire attacks. Unfortunately, however, it wouldn't be able to get the boost for its own fire type moves since it doesn't know any. Now let's look at another Z variant, and that's Mega Blastoise Z, the water ground type Pokemon. Now more beast-like, standing on all fours. With a bulkier, more rugged shell, the cannons on its back are larger and more direct, resembling artillery, and it has additional smaller cannons underneath the main ones, designed to unleash mud and water. It's said that upon Mega Evolving, Blastoise Z's body fuses painfully with the ground elements beneath it, its shell embedding elements of the earth itself. The transformation grants it tremendous stability and firepower, but the merging of earth and water within its body creates a constant agonizing pressure, just waiting to be launched. Now, this version of Blastoise is actually slower than the original, but it does make up for that with a more offensive and defensive stats, as well as the ability Stamina to further bolster its tank-like design, making it a very difficult Pokemon to overcome. Next up, let's check out another regional starter Pokemon that might get some love in the new Legends game down the road. Introducing Mega Delphox, the fire psychic type Pokemon. This Pokemon now dons a mystical hat adorned with glowing runes on its cloak that channels its psychic energies. Its staff is crowned with a brilliant blue flame, green if it's a shiny variant, that dances and flickers with Delphox's concentration and mood. And it's said that upon Mega Evolving, Delphox taps into deep arcane forces which manifest as searing pain in its mind as it struggles to control the potent magical energy. The blue flames are not just for show, they represent the burning intensity of its newly acquired mystical powers. And in return for its attack dropping a few stats, its special defense is enhanced significantly. That, along with the ability Magic Bounce, makes Mega Delphox a wizard, Harry. A what? Let's do another Kalos starter, and this one's a fan favorite. Introducing Mega Greninja, the water dark type Pokemon. This Pokemon becomes enveloped in swirling clouds and mist with water vapor constantly forming around its body. Its skin takes on a slightly darker hue, almost blending into the shadows, and its scarf, or tongue really, I don't even know what it is, becomes more voluminous and reactive to its movements. It's said that upon Mega Evolving, Greninja's body absorbs the surrounding water, causing a chilling and coldness that it uses to enhance its stealth. This transformation is both a blessing and a curse as it gains immense power at the cost of enduring perpetual cold. Now, wanting to run with this idea and design, I think the ability Snow Cloak works the best for this Mega Pokemon, increasing the already stealthy Greninja's evasion during snow, which I think fits it really well, honestly. Next up is a very unique one, and that's Mega Zoroark, the Dark Ghost type Pokemon. Zoroark's fur grows longer and wilder with deep red and bright yellow accents that create a ghostly glow of ethereal flames flickering around its body. Its face markings glow a haunting red, enhancing its menacing presence. It's said that upon Mega Evolving, Zoroark becomes one with the shadows, its form blending seamlessly with the ghostly energies that now inhabit its body. This transformation enhances its illusions but causes a painful rift between its physical and spectral forms, often leaving it tormented by its dual existence. Now, this is also because this Mega Pokemon can be obtained through either Zoroark forms, the Unovian or even the Hisuian. Because of this unique Pokemon and unique Mega Evolution, I think leaving the illusion ability where it is will help ground it and not completely lose its sense of self. Speaking of selves, this next Pokemon is one Pokemon but with two forms, respectively. Meet Mega Meowstic, the Psychic type Pokemon. Now, depending on if your Meowstic is a male or female, it'll have one of two Mega forms. Both forms of Mega Meowstic intensify in their respective colors, with intricate psychic symbols appearing across their fur. The male's eyes sport vivid green patterns while the females showcase a bright yellow, both sets pulsing with psychic energy. It's also said that upon Mega Evolving, Meowstic experiences a surge of psychic energy that amplifies its mental abilities but also causes intense migraines. This transformation makes it incredibly powerful but at the cost of constant mental strain and discomfort. And for this Pokemon, each form takes their original form's hidden ability as their own personified ability in their respective Mega form. A unique take on dual Pokemon concepts. Which brings us to the final King of Kings, and yup, we're talking about Mega King Gambit, baby. The Dark and Fire type Pokemon, now standing upright, its posture regal and intimidating, flames erupting from its arms and newly formed fiery sword it wields. Its armor becomes a bit darker and more ornate, with ember-like sparks constantly drifting from its body. And upon Mega Evolving, King Gambit's body ignites with a dark fire that burns within, fueling its ferocity in battle. This transformation grants it immense power, but at the painful expense of burning its own life force. A price this Pokemon is more than willing to pay for victory. It's much faster now too, now that it's stood upright, and the ability for this Mega Pokemon is going to be Sharpness to help it take advantage of its newly acquired blade.